Hi, I'm Sean Darrington, Senior Director of Products here at Exablox, and in this video I wanted to show you how to recover your information in case you accidentally delete it, it gets corrupted, or somebody else deletes it on your behalf. This is going to be one of many videos that you'll see on our site in terms of how to and use the OneBlox here, which is the ability to use storage on your network share, make it accessible to different people within your organization, as well as how to use OneSystem, which is the cloud-based management service. But in this video we're going to focus on recovering from a snapshot. So there are other videos that show you how to pair your OneBlox and actually begin to recognize the host name on the network. So we're actually just going to jump right in here. And so as you see here in Mac Finder, you have the network, and this is the name of my OneBlox here, 0069. And so I'm actually going to connect here, just as a guess, because the public share that you have here is available to anybody and everybody on your network. And after simply plugging it in to the network and power, the public share is immediately available. So now for the purpose of this demo, I'm actually just going to take a number of files. These aren't very large files, but just a number of files, and just drag them literally right into the public folder, and now it's going to begin writing all of those files. Now as it writes all of the files to OneBlox, we're actually using continuous data protection to take snapshots of everything that's happening over time. And now that allows you to go back to the very last second that the file was written to. There's no longer you have to wait to the last night's backup tapes, or even backup disks for that matter, to go back and get your information from. So now I can actually see that I have a number of videos that are here, and this is called 2011 GC. And I just did a quick preview here, and you can see that it's actually a nice little trailer video. But one of the things that you want to note here is that I actually highlighted the file name green, and it's just a file color. It doesn't change the nature of the file. But if I go back over here to my demo folder that I have a number of files in, if I look in my snapshot folder here, I actually have another file that's called 2011 GC. Now I'm playing this one from my Mac. The screen here, the Finder on the left, is actually on OneBlox. So if you look at this and do a preview here from 2011 GC that's on my Mac, you see that it's a very different file, but it actually has the same file name. And so for this, what you can actually do is I want to show you when files are accidentally overwritten, you can actually go back and recover them. So now I'm going to just drag and drop this over back to the public folder, and as you would expect, I get a warning here that says, hey, do I want to replace this file? Because it's the same file name, but two very different files. So I'm going to go ahead and replace that. And now you see that the color has changed to this red, which now I'm reading from my OneBlox 0069. And if I take a look at this file, it's actually the new Steve Jobs file, and it's not the original file that we wanted to. So now let's show you how to go back and recover that file in the event that that actually did happen on your network. So now with this, I'm actually going to open up the snapshot folder here. I'm just going to open it up in a different window to make it easier to see from a demonstration purpose, but you clearly don't have to. And by the way, this operation is actually the same in terms of the folder structure on either Windows or the Mac. So now if I'm looking here in my public folder, I have the snapshot directory, and I can sort by date or I can actually sort by recent. So here I have the date of today's date, March 28th, or recent. You'll see a lot more snapshots, and that's because we take a snapshot of every write that's happening. So you can go back to literally the very last second, and you see the timestamp here of 11, 10, 27 seconds, etc. So let's go back to kind of one of these points in time where now I can navigate down the same way that I would in my public folder structure, and I can see what I have here. I'm going to look in the public, and now I'm going to be able to see the different files. Now this is actually interesting. I wanted to show you because as you look here, there are actually two files that are written, and you can actually read them out of the snapshot directory, but there are others here that are kind of grayed out. Those are because they're actually in the process of writing to OneBlox. So if I come back to the original snapshot folder, I need to go to a different point in time because my file that I want to recover actually hasn't been fully written. So now let's take another point in time here, maybe 11:20. We'll do the same thing. We'll navigate to the public folder. And now in the public folder, I see the 2011 GC folder, again with the green file name. So now I mentioned that the snapshot directory is actually read-writable. And so from this, I can actually do just a preview and actually see what is in the snapshot folder before I actually recover anything to make sure I'm recovering what exactly I would like to. So for that, now I just actually am able to create a copy of this from the snapshot folder, and now I can just paste it directly into the public folder that again is on OneBlox here. And I'll get that same warning of, do I want to replace 2011 GC? And in this case I do, because I want to get back the original 2011 GC file that I'd accidentally overwritten. So now the copy process takes place, and now you'll see in the original public folder I now have the green file with the original video. So that's how you can actually very easily recover snapshots from your folder, whether through Mac or the Windows. And this is actually something that your end users can do on their own without actually having to call and need technical support or even going through one system to do so. This is Sean Darrington of Exablox. Thanks for watching.